What's up, Throttle family? We're back again here today with some more content for you guys. After reading some of the comments, I decided it was time for us to up our game with our shop tools. Went ahead and dropped by Harbor Freight this morning and picked up a floor-mounted blast cabinet. Ricky, my dad, and I have spent the last, I don't know, hour, 2 hours, hour and a half putting this thing together. There are 1,000,001 videos online about how to do this, so I didn't feel like it was worth wasting the time to make a video showing you guys how to put a cabinet together. So we went ahead and just knocked it out real quick this morning. The reviews for this thing, to be quite honest, are absolutely horrendous online. So hopefully we've taken some precautions. I watched a few of other people's videos on YouTube on how to make these cabinets very good, as opposed to just okay. So we've gone ahead and sealed all of the seams inside the cabinet and also added extra components to this to make it a little better. We are going to do a light upgrade and probably a gun upgrade at some point, but we did just want to get it up and running so that we can start sandblasting the parts that are going to be going back in the engine bay. The look I'm going for is a very OEM look, so we're going to use the sandblast cabinet to actually do the intake manifold, all of the intercooler piping, and probably the top of the intercooler and those sorts of things, to make them look like cast aluminum, I guess is the best way to describe it. So black engine bay contrasted by the aluminum look, I think is going to be really good and a clean look for this car, very OEM plus. So the cabinet is going to help us accomplish that. So we're going to go ahead and finish up putting this thing together and get it functioning. So the blast cabinet is in its resting place for now. This is actually meant to be where our welding table is going when we get it. But for now we're going to use it as the blast cabinet area because it's centralized to the air and some power for the light inside. So we did go ahead and set a seal inside to make sure that we don't get a lot of sand around the shop while we're using this equipment. So we can't really run it today. We want to let the silicone dry that we use to seal all the edges and resting places for the sand so that we don't have sand everywhere. So kind of a buzzkill, kind of wanted to start cleaning up some things today, but maybe later this evening I'll check it and see. Hey Dad, help guide him please. Hey Ricky, what are we doing today, brother?
Today we are going to take my differential out and then change the gearing. More aggressive gears. Okay,
so what's the point of that?
Well, rotaries are known not to be very torquey, so they're very good on high end. So I'm going to go from 410 gears to 444s.
Hey, all right. We're going to go ahead and get this thing up in the air and get the diff ripped out. We're going to go ahead and actually do the gear swap right here on the table. So we'll bring you guys along for the ride. So Ricky and I have gone ahead and got the, what is this what's the gear ratio on?
444.
444 gear ratio from the stock 5-speed FD gear ratio, which was 410. So I thought there was some crazy magic to this, but there really isn't. I was always under the assumption there was a lot of shimming and things that had to go on in here. But being that this is basically an OE part, and I'm sure there is some science to fiddling around with these things, but this thing went in super easy. The other one came out super easy. This seems like a really nice upgrade. You can do it in an afternoon, which is basically what we're doing. We've been at this about an hour. And the only thing slowing us down now is my dad and I actually were pretty bummed when we saw Ricky's rear cover on his diff.
My rear end?
Filthy.
You don't like my rear end?
Filthy rear end, brother. So my dad actually took it over to the sink and he's cleaning up the aluminum rear cover. So once that's done, all cleaned up, we'll go ahead and pop this back on, snap it back up into the car and put some fluid in it, and Ricky will be off and running with his new gear ratio. That's pretty cool. What's going on, brother? What we got here?
Well, one, I'm looking at this clean lower control arm.
Hey!
I was against it, but you know Mickey. He was scrubbing like crazy, like a maniac. But yeah, we ended up putting the rear end in. Mickey, I'm sorry, I got him dirty. He ended up cleaning my lower control arm. And the gear fluid is in, muffler's back in, I'm just ready to crank it on.
Sweet, so everything's back together. Like Ricky said, we're gonna go ahead and let the car down, get it off the rack, and take her for a rip, see what the new gear ratio is like. So we've got the car all backed out. We're gonna jump in it and go for a little rip down the road here and see. Ricky's obviously used to driving this car, so he knows what it feels like with the old gearing, and we're gonna get an idea what it feels like with the new gearing. So hopefully it's a big difference. Should have a lot more power down low. We're about to find out. Alright, so Rick's just getting the engine warmed up. He doesn't want to go rip on it, cold motor. Totally understandable. So we're going to sit here and let her idle for a minute.
Well, so far so good. Doesn't sound anything.
I don't hear any clunks or lunks. That's a good sign. We want to do one pass down, just make sure there's nothing in the road. What are all these cars, dude? This is not good. This ain't good. Nah, this isn't a good place to do this. Anything above 500 horsepower in an FD is probably pretty freaking mental. I know TJ's car is just under 600, and I rode in that, and it's pretty mental. So this really gives me an idea of sort of horsepower goals for where I want my car. The cool thing is Ricky drives his car. So 485, and he can daily this car all day long. There ain't a damn thing wrong with that. I appreciate that. I think it's awesome. I'm looking forward to getting mine done so I can do the same thing. Hopefully. We'll see.
You will.
Alright, so we found a good little section of straightaway here.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the gears feel way shorter now. Way shorter, yeah, so.
So you'd have held first, second, third longer?
Oh yeah, yeah, way longer. So that's good.
Man, this thing rips, brother. You say this is about 485 horse?
Right.
Single turbo. Sideways.
Every
first
gear.
is so short. All right, well, we made it back to the shop. I think I'll have an ear-to-ear grin on for a couple days after this little ride. Thanks to Ricky. Let me know in the comments if you guys want more details on this car. I know I haven't shown you guys under the hood, under the trunk, any of that stuff. The engine room's pretty nice on this one. The sounds coming out of it are amazing. And it's a really great look into what I can expect out of my car. I have a pretty similar setup to what Ricky's got, and I think that we're gonna have some fun together when we're out driving. So thanks for joining us today, guys. I know it was a little off. We're not working on my FD or anything real exciting, but Ricky's car is pretty fucking incredible, and the little diff swap we thought would be pretty cool. Ricky was gracious enough to bring his car all the way down from his hometown, which is about an hour away, to help and to get a little bit of help and use the lift here. So glad we could provide a service to him after all he's done for me. I'm grateful, and that little ride just made up for everything. It was so fun, so awesome. Thanks, Ricky. If you don't follow Ricky on Instagram, give him a shout at running_solo. Thank you for subscribing to our throtl channel. Like our videos, give us some comments. Let us know if you want a full rundown of Ricky's whip, and we'll do it in the near future if you guys like it.